All right. Hey, everybody. Now that the microphone is on, you can actually hear what I was saying. We don't need to hear this. There we go. Welcome to Apple Tuesdays. Let's try that again. So last week, we went ahead and played with the Mockingbird. And so if you want to go onto YouTube, you can go ahead and see the result of that. I've added a little bit more info to the end of that so you can actually play around with seeing the DC offset that was apparently happening in there. It's a weird one. So check it out. Go ahead and download the file from YouTube. You all know how to do that, right? You put the PP after YouTube in the URL and you can download it. Go right ahead. So that way you can put it into an editor, grab the sounds, whatever you want, trim them out, and have some really crazy 8-bit sounds for your sampler. Don't break your speakers, please. You may need to adjust DC offset on some of them, not a lot, just a few. Okay, so this week what we're going to do is play games, right? Because it's about time. And what I was saying when I realized when the mic was off was I have on here, and anybody who has an Apple II that is either utilizing one of the floppy emus or inside I have one of the SD card solutions. We all seem to have the infamous. This is still booting from the floppy. I don't want it to do that, but I don't want that beep so loud. It's really annoying. So let's go ahead and reboot this from scratch. Okay, there we go. And good old Total Replay. So Total Replay is a image you can get off the internet. It usually comes with these SD-ROM solutions, and in it you can pretty much have every single game in the world. Not really, but a lot of them for your Apple II. This one, 333, and I think there's some that have up to 500 games. I have most of these, if not all of them, already on floppies somewhere. It's pretty fun, but they're on floppies. So we'll have to play with that one day and go through some of my old discs. In the meantime, I thought I would relax. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. And what better way than to glance around Total Replay and lose yourself in the horror of 8-bit graphics and highly bizarre sound, which some of these will work with the Mockingbird that's in here. Some of them won't. And I thought I would go backwards and play Zenith and the Gabelli software. We all know Gabelli or Gabelli. His stuff was great, absolutely great. I think if you had an Apple II, you had every one of his games. So this one was Zenith. I could have gone onto Google and figure out how to play these again, but I didn't because I don't care. So I'm just going to start this one up. Of course, I have to actually choose it before the time goes away. Come on. There we go. I've got this old joystick here, the Wyco. It's okay. It took a little finessing to get the 0 settings on the locking it down here for self-centering, but we finally got it. So this one, obviously, you fly around. I believe you try to get. It's like not Space Invader. It's like. Let's see. What game was that? It's been so long, but well, anyways, let's just take a look at this and see what we got. I know we can start this with the fire button. See, that's still loud, even though I have it turned all the way down. I'm gonna turn that down even more. So we've got our grid. Fear the graphics. I know there's something to do with capturing dudes, firing and hitting anything that moves. Like that. That's 100 points. Don't ask me why. These gates, I want to say you do something and fly through them for fuel. I can't remember. And these guys, you just can't. You gotta just run. Run. They follow you. So I think maybe you have to hit the top of those. So you gotta remember the way the apple worked was one of the ways, it looks like you just have to shoot those. One of the ways to point to find a collision was just check the plot. See, this thing's following me. Great, thanks. Check where your lasers meet on the graphic field, and if they meet anything other than black in this case, you're going to check to see if it's purple. If it's purple, ignore it. If it's green, obviously you hit something green or purple, which I believe is, that's green and red. So it looks like this is using, it's a kind of a poor color representation here in the HDMI capture. I would love to get a real monitor and check to see what the colors are on here, because some of these colors here, you might be playing around with the 512 graphics resolution, which I think I went over on an earlier episode. But you're just checking the color at the point of firing. And if you hit something, obviously you hit something. All right, I know that the dudes don't show up until later. That's a dude. Hit the other button, grab him. Oh, get him. Oh, man. That's a lie. Such a lie. So all it does, you fire at these things and they just change colors. And this thing's blinking. I wonder if I got like extra score for that. So you can see I shot through. See, he's blinking. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to hit it. Nope, didn't do anything. There's got to be a way to get more fuel. If you want to chat, just log into Twitch and chat there. Maybe someone can Google how the hell to play Zenith. Okay, where are the dudes? And these things on the ground. Man, really? I want to say it's something to do with those things on the ground. That you have to fire on them, or I thought you flew through some of these gates. Just really a lot. Now they disappear before you can. Can I grab one of these blinky guys? No. Oh, there's another guy. Okay, if you're going to make a game, and just because you change off access and your guy disappears, don't take him away. That's lame. Because obviously the other guys don't go away. Come here, you. This was a lot easier when I was 16. Alright, come here. Alright, so I got one guy. I'm just gonna keep firing on this thing. I don't care. Where's this other guy? I know as my fuel gets low, it starts sending more of them out. But I don't know how to get more fuel. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm stuck in 8-bit land. Okay, I got two guys. Maybe they'll poop or something, and I can use it for fuel. Not entirely sure. Come here, guy. He looks a little different. Oh, I blame the joystick. Yeah, run away. H, huh? Should I be hitting H? I'm playing with the with the joystick. Mouse, right? This didn't have mice until later. I'm gonna hit H. Is that gonna do anything? Nope. Just gonna get hit by one of these things. Come on. Totally had him. H and F. That tells me a lot. Tells me a hell of a lot. Maybe I shoot the guys and use their guts for fuel in space. It's very possible. Come here. All right. I'm gonna run out of fuel and I'm gonna die because I don't know. Oh, I hit both buttons at the same time. Ha! It's kind of coming back to me. I hit both buttons. I hyperspace. And oh, right, you go to the fuel ship. That's right. That's right. Dude comes out. I don't think you have to do anything. I think he just poops into your fuel tank. That's awesome. Thank you, green and reddish dude, for your most excellent service. Wait, can I get a Slim Jim? Too late. Okay, I'm guessing that was level 1. Now I'm level 2. I think there's 3 levels to this. Oh, forgive. Thank you. Ooh, snagged. No real explosions in this one. They just kind of freak out. Start dithering. Oh, sorry, guy. So yeah, if you're noticing, come here. You come here. Come on. Oh. So, okay, what is this reminding you of? Kinda, sorta. Got a grid, you're flying around, you're shooting things, and then these things come along. Come on. And I don't think this was... I'd have to check to see if this came after Star Wars or before it. But definitely does look like the TIE fighter firing bullet thingies. And you've got the grid that you fly along. You've got the ground, simple ground dwellings, but they don't explode. Oh, where did that guy come from? They're getting away. Both getting away. Come here. Come here. I totally had that one. Alright, I guess if you get... I think I remember now. Oh, that was weird. I did reach out to that blinky building and it did something. Alright, not that time. There, right there. What was that all about? Did I get fuel? Emergency fuel? Watch out. Right, so I can hyperspace. Oops, sorry. No wonder they try to get away from me. Keep firing on them. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I just juiced one of them. That was my bad. I can't hyperspace now. Look at that. They got angry at me. I've been penalized. Hey, come here. I'm sorry about your brother or your dog or whatever it was. Oh, come on, go away. Dang it. My shields. My lovely, lovely shields. Come here. Get into the bucket. Alright, hyperspace time. Amazing how much that was such a trip back then, right? You could just sit there and live for that moment of super graphic fun. Fuel checked. Shield repaired. All right. Take off, eh? When does this end? You know, I don't know. I don't know when this ends. This seems just to go on forever, but it didn't matter. There was no onslaught of other games that would really pull you away. There was no online. There was no reason to deviate from the game that you were on, right? Unless they were really bad, like this one. It's pissing me off. All right, 2650. I think after a while, the goal might be to shoot everything on the ground. That's why it's blinking, because I'm not really getting any more. Come here, get through, claw. I'm not getting any more points. But I think if you shoot everything, maybe something happens, like you win extra Mr. Do. I miss Mr. Do. That was one of my favorite coin ops. It's like people get stand-up arcade games for their house. I don't know. I know people get golf or football or Space Invaders or Centipede. I want a Mr. Do. That's what I would want. Come here, you. You remind me of Mr. Do in a triangular world. Ah! Did I just shoot? No. Yeah, run away from the puffball. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. It's a joke. It's a joke, brah. It's a joke. Come here, come here, come here. Why you leave me? So as much as these are fun to play on a get away, on an accelerator card, it's also kind of stupid. So if you've played these on an accelerator card, you know what I mean. Why bother? Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nazir, you suck. Why you do this? Do this on purpose. Nazir Gabelli, why you do this? You did that on purpose. At least those don't destroy you when they hit you. Come on, don't hit me, puffball. Oh, man. I almost ended this game real quick. You've shot the last dude. Yeah, Defender, that was a game I was thinking of. It's kind of like a 3D Defender. In a way, sorta, kinda. Defender meets Star Wars meets... who knows what. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Go on, give me his foot. Dang it. Turn around, go after him. The infinite world of Grid. Grid world. Whoa, that thing came up fast. And it's a puffball. Anything on the ground that I haven't shot yet? Already got that. Yay, I can hyperspace. As long as I don't kill any more of them. Go away. Wow, that was the first time the guy was still there. And same with this one. Oh, really? You're gonna make me fight for it. Go around. Get him. There he is. Run! Yeah. Hyperspace. I don't know what level I'm on. I really don't. I have no clue. They don't tell you anything at this place. They don't tell you your oil level, your transmission level. They just like, shields are fixed and you got some fuel. So there you go. Did you go up a level? We don't know. We don't care. Just don't shoot us when you leave. I'm trying to remember if there was another level where you actually have to maneuver properly to get to this base, like in this little graphic as you're going through the tunnel. This part here, like you could actually move the stick. Oh, I had that. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't see any change to the playing field here, so I think I still have to shoot some of the ground stuff that isn't blinking, which is going to be maddening to find because, as you can see, there is no grid like short range scanner. Get that one, get that one. I just want to say SRS. Thanks. Yeah, that's from the old TRS-80 days. Space War. Anybody ever play Space War on the TRS-80? And you put your FM or your AM radio next to it? It was kind of like Star Trek, right? It was like a stripped down version of it, but you could put a radio next to it for the sound effects. Because of all the RF leakage. It was pretty awesome. I wish I had sampled some of that. That would be something fun to do, is to find an old TRS-80. I have a Coco, right, for the color organ. But to get an old TRS-80, get a tape player, because that's where this thing lived, or just look it up on the internet, type it in, get an AM radio, and sample that. That was some pretty cool stuff. Although I haven't searched yet, it's possible somebody's already done it. Alright, do I just have to shoot these things till they explode? Where are the ground things? I know they're here. I don't care about you. Got so many of you in my cargo hold. Let's see, every once in a while there's one that's in the air that doesn't look like it's been hit. But I'm not buying it. Maybe I just have to shoot a number of these. Why are there different ones? Maybe they eat each other. Maybe that's the problem. I'm not supposed to cross the streams. So there's 4 in there now. Now there's 3. So they're eating each other. I feel like I need to take these guys back before more danger ensues. What's up, Hoopopolis? Hoopopolis? That's a mouthful. Upoplopolis. I hope you're doing good tonight. Yeah, this is just, you know, living the dream. This is where it all starts. The Apple II. I have no idea how to play this game. But I figured I want to do Fire Organ next week. I want to do an hour of Fire Organ, which was the sought after trip toy for the Apple II. It's kind of like Winamp, right? But you just played the stereo and ran it and would just press random keys. Each key was a different graphic show of some sort. And you would just sit there and trip to it. So I'm trying to remember. Cheap shot. Probably Gary Newman was listening to a lot of that at the time. But then this was, you know, 82, 83. Trying to think who else I would have been listening. I want to say some Led Zeppelin too. You know, song remains the same. Because it's Fire Organ. It's not really like new age or new wave graphics. It's kind of trippy bong load kind of fiery things. It's Fire Organ, so it's a different kind of trip toy back then. Oh man, I'm sucking at this. Come here, little dude. Come here. Get into my tummy. Oh man. Parts of me just wants to restart this on level 3 to see if there really is a difference. Okay, I've got two of one guy, one of the other. I'm gonna see what Homebase does. I want to see if they are like, dude, what are you doing? You can't mix the streams like this. I don't think they care, and I don't even think they give me points. That's it. They just don't care. I don't get points. I don't get Slim Jims. I don't get anything really, and I just go back to hell. So I'm curious. I'm gonna restart this because I love it so much. And I'm gonna start on level 3 and see if there's really a difference here. All right, so press the other button, and that will allow me to set a level. Or I can just hit, no, I don't want to hit 3 because then it's going to make me do keyboard. I mean, I could do keyboard, but I have a joystick, so why not? Okay, my mission is to guard the city Zenith while under construction. Destroy any flying objects. What about the dudes that are flying? Repair any damages? I'm supposed to repair stuff? Oh boy. Number munchers and Oregon Trail. Yeah. That made number. Oh, wasn't number munchers like yet another Pac-Man? Trying to remember. Push button 0. Yeah, I think I have that. To change the speed during mission. Oh, so keys. Well, it pays to read the manual that's scrolling on the top. Oh look, overlook of the city. Wow. I feel special. All right. The level is 3. Okay. Nope, that's fine. I think I've been playing level 3 the whole time. So, okay, if I hit escape, Now, I love it when you hit escape, everything on the world just freezes. So, building incomplete, complete, on fire. I'm really hoping that IN period comp means incomplete, like it's not done yet. I don't really know. Complete, it's weird abbreviations. Ship, pilot, enemy. Okay. Sure, those look exactly like the things I'm going to be able to recognize pretty easily. Okay, just shoot it. And this is a repair. So I do think there is angling down and repairing things. Or I'm shooting... Like, I don't think I should shoot those things on the ground. I think they just get messed up and I'm supposed to fix them. With, like, you know, doing that kind of thing. You know how we can check? We just shoot something, and if we get points, then it was the right thing to do. Like, right thing to do. This guy. Let's try. Yes, the right thing to do. This guy here was the wrong thing to do. Okay, I fixed it. That's what that sound is. It's coming back to me slowly. Alright. That one looks fine. Now these dudes, I think I get... Go away. I get these dudes. Yeah, dang it. Yeah, the schools had tons of them. And it's sad. Well, it's not sad, it's kind of fun. Sometimes you can find a school that dumps 30 of them at a time, or they find them somewhere. And you can get them for pretty cheap. And I'm almost dead. All right. So I'll take that guy. That looks fine. That's my cat. Alright, I'm gonna shoot that guy. Oh, did I? I think I got 50 points for that. I want to say I did. My cat's disagreeing. Let's see, 1350. Yeah, so I've been taking enemies back to the base. That's kind of cool. Oh, gotta fix it. Dang it. Oops, I just shot my building. So I think if I fly along this grid, I'll come back to those and I can fix them. Yes, I feed my cat. Come here, guy. Come here, come here, come here, come here. It's all your fault. Okay, maybe there is no rhyme and reason to this. Okay, so there's my ship. So I should be coming up to 3 ships. Oh, so I have shit on fire. That's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 away. Yep. I think Zork was available. I think Zork was on everything. But we did play Zork on a... Ouch. I just lit one of my guys on fire. We played it on a Ristus school computer. PDP-11. We would log in and just do it over the terminal. That was fun. 110 baud. That's all we would do for computer class. Just play Zork. We were doing research. That's kind of where that started. Doing research. Come here. Man. He's on fire. Must unfire it. I think... Oh, I unfired that one. Okay. Come here, you. Oh, I don't want to shoot you. Zork would be fun to play, but I would have to find an old Telnet server, but run the serial card. I have the super serial card in here. There is a way to hook it up to the internet. So hook it up to the internet and Telnet in. I'm gonna die. My shields they're done. They are done. And so ends Zenith. A riveting, nail-biting game by any standards of today. So let's reset out of that, because all good things need to go away, especially when they're that game. And let's go backwards. Zaxxon. Yeah, I hated Zaxxon because the 3D was so much like the game, which I hated in the arcade. I just hated it. I did not like the weird 3D, sideways, cockeyed point of view here. I mean, you had to look to the left. What's your height? Are you low? Are you high? Left and right. You gotta look at your shadow. I mean, it was not boring, but it was annoying. Right? You had to get everything just right. You had to know the patterns. This is a pattern game, right? Basically a pattern game. Problem with the Apple II is that you are looking at page flipping. You've got 2 pages, that's it. So no sprites really. And so, you know, trying to fight against these graphics and figure out where you are and get the finite look of things, it wasn't very smooth. It wasn't very accurate. You get 2 pages. I mean, think about that. I hated this part. I just hated this part. And I know there's a place, you know, go to the second line and then to the left or something like that. All I knew is that I would die. That's pretty much it. I was too busy playing Dragon's Lair. Which, by the way, I bought a Dragon's Lair minigame. They just came out recently. Oh, get the satellite. And they actually digitized the whole Laserdisc. Never touched me. Never touched me. So it's pretty much a total recreation of the whole game. And it's in a little cabinet, and you can hook it up to your TV. And you can even hook up a wireless controller, but it looks pretty cool. I'll have to do another show just on that. So do I want to play Zaxxon again? No, I do not. I really don't. I hated it then. I hate it now. Zargs. Zargs. AZ left, right. Whatever happened to IJKM? That's keyboardist. Xevious. I love these little arcade ports. They did. Oh, look, it's Mindscape. Before I worked for them. Back in the... I don't know if you even wrote this at Mindscape or if they just licensed it. Because I worked for Software Toolworks first, and then it turned into Mindscape, and maybe we were absorbed by Mindscape. That may have been what it is. And so maybe they did have a prior catalog. Monochrome. Yeah, I think monochrome. Well, let's see what color will look like. Looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. it's like hard to even see. The page flipping, it's just... These are fun when you do have a accelerator card, but you can't really accelerate them too much. Just a little bit, because then everything gets too fast, right? Your joystick is too fast to move, which actually can happen. You're left with no real finite control. Some of these really require finite control. Oh, thanks. Thanks. That's what you get. I definitely want to restart this in monochrome mode. Come on, somebody kill me. Jeez. Oh, my initials. Yay. Yay. Yeah, that'll be gone on reboot. Okay, monochrome looks the same. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk. Now go home. Come on. I want to go to... I know, it's not a lot of colors on the Apple II. You can get more colors in high res if you dither. Definitely need to dither though. But some of this is this HDMI adapter. It's probably not giving it the proper justice. Okay, game over. All right, monochrome, monochrome. It's not taking it, so... I mean, I can go into... I don't want to go into OBS and change anything because that actually really is... You're still going to get those artifacts, so... It is what it is. All right, come here. It looks like the whole Sonic family got thrown out of a plane. Thanks for the last-minute cheap shot there, Xevious. This doesn't feel like the same game that I remember. Anyways, I am excited about the Dragon's Lair game, and I will have to showcase it and maybe play my Laserdisc. I have done a dead. Take that. All right, that's Xevious. So much fun. Let's do one more. Maybe we can find one that was from Datamost. I worked for Datamost for a while. That was fun. Oh, but anyways, yes, back to Dragon's Lair. Sorry. Looking at a couple things here. So I used to go to, in Los Angeles, arcade called, let's see, it was on Westwood, Captain Videos, right? So that was fun, and it was my home away from home. Got to know some of the people that work there, and one day at closing, one of the guys who works there, he goes up into the ceiling, and I guess he was told to clean out the place or clean up the place, but he comes down out of the ceiling and he's like, "Hey Peter, here, have this." And I'm like, what? He's like, you've got a laser disc player, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, here. So he gives me a laser disc, and it's pure steel on one side, and I flip it over, and it's Dragon Slayer. And he's like, oh, we got like 2 extras of these. So I was like, sure, I'll take it. I will be fine with it. So I have a Dragon Slayer from the 80s, actual disc, and it's kind of cool. It's hard. It's not really stereo. It's hard left, hard. It's channel 1 and channel 2 is basically what it is. You've got, I think it's pretty much the music and the dude on one side, and it's just Daphne on the other. That's all it is. It's just her utterances constantly in your ear on one side. So it's pretty funny. Ooh, what is this? Berzabbed? This is bizarre. So obviously this was like a Berserker ripoff. Berzap. Let's check it out. See if this is Berserk. Now that's pretty impressive for an Apple II. That coloring going on right there. So that looks like page flipping. And you can, as long as you're not messing with anything, you can play with the frequency of your page flipping. And this is probably a multicolored, it's 2 images, right? And it looks like it's several, but it's just changing the frequency of the flip, and it's creating this illusion. That's my guess, because there was no such thing as smooth scrolling like this on an Apple. Let's hit Control C. Ooh, noise production. Hell yeah, Mockingbird A. So we'll get some Mockingbird on here. We've got joystick set up. Perfect. So let's do it. If it knows there's a keyboard, then how come hitting the button doesn't do anything? Spacebar, maybe? Yes. Yep, it is. It is Berserk. Oh, come on. Nice. This is fun to actually have the Mockingbird. Add a little bit of interestingness to the game. Oh, this is one where you can get him to walk into walls. So the guy who originally made Berserk, Bob Flanagan, I worked with him for a short period of time with whoa, hello. I can't touch that. Yeah, it was when Datamost was... I think everyone is either old enough or dead to not care. Datamost was run out of an office before they moved to Northridge. It was just some... I mean, oh, easiest level ever. If you, you know the Valley, then you know that the Valley for decades... That was mean. For decades has been the porn capital of the world, right? And you would think the Datamost offices were part of that institution, the way that it was run. But it wasn't. It was a clean enough, wholesome bunch of guys and gals who really loved Apple IIs, right? So yeah, I met Bob, and everyone used to go bowling, right? I think Bob stored in his desk, you know, you have files in your desk? He had a 6-pack of beer. That's what I remember. I could be totally wrong. I could be thinking about somebody else, right? I doubt it, but I could be. This is some fun times. Fun times. Oh, I know this trick now. Don't back up. Yeah, I don't know if it was foreign, so it's supposed to be warm. I don't even know. If I stay here, I don't know where that bouncy guy's coming from. Shit. Because I want him to kill that guy. He's Oh, he comes, that's right, he comes from where you exited. Yeah, there's a very good chance that it was warm. And then nobody cared. Nobody cared. Because it was like, beer, I'm young. But it was either that or cocaine, so... Alright. Don't touch me. I do not consent. It was the 80s, what do you expect? I did not partake. My toe! My damn toe! Of course I didn't partake. This is streaming live. Why would I say anything? Alright, he's gonna come out that side. I have to kill this guy. Okay, I'm gonna instantly die. I'm gonna instantly die. I have to move fast. Yep. Oh, man. I remember I had the source code to Berserk, whatever it was. I think we had it in the files. It was just lying around. Those were fun times. And then I went on to write, just run into the wall. It's awesome. What did I write for? Gosh, it was Chess Master was pretty much my first real programming gig. I did the War Room for the Apple II version. So we interfaced with the engine. I'm blaming the joystick. We interfaced with the actual engine. Hey, Headful. And the engine was, we're like, okay, here's the engine, go ahead, figure it out. And you just feed it the move, and it will return a move to you. So somebody did the 3D part, somebody did the 2D part, and then I did the War Room. And that was fun. And yes, there's a back door. I seriously can't remember. I have a back door in that Apple II version of Chess Master 2100. And I have a back door in the Miracle Piano teaching system for the Nintendo. And I know that one has something to do with in between going from a selection of a level into the level. You just have to do the up, down, left, right, BA start, something like that, or up, down, down, BA start, whatever it is. And then it would come up with a spiky note, kind of like a fetish note. Just, it was highly illegal. Nintendo was like, you are not allowed to have back doors, and I'm like, all I heard was that you're allowed to have back doors. So I put it in there, and they go through your code when you submit, right? You submit your code, and they decompile it or whatever, and they look through it, and they're fine-tooth comb. So what I did is I wrote the code, and then before I saved it out, I rotated it, right? You know, like you take everything and you XOR it by, I don't know, give it a number, doesn't matter. So it all turned to garbage. And then I had a small routine somewhere that was set up for the only reason to, when you did the up, down, left, right thing, it went to that code and it applied the decompression, or, you know, it XOR'd it back to what it should have been. So then the code appeared in RAM, and then I jumped to RAM. So that's how I got by the Nintendo sensors. And all they saw was garbage. They probably thought it was, you know, graphics or something like that. Great, I got hit by COVID, run! Oh, why am I not dead? Now I'm dead. Wow, I think I'm just gonna leave. And I die on the door. So I would love a new joystick. It's not as particular as I'd like it to be. Yeah, in closing, Nintendo was fun. We worked on these development systems, and I still have in my bookcase over there, it's an IBM PC XT card that you plug in and you attach it to your 500 quarter-inch floppy, because that's all we had. And it would kind of like you take your old cable off, you put it onto this card, and then you take the cable off the card, put it on the floppy, and obviously you copy some shit to the hard drive. I don't even think you needed to do that. I think you just stuck an Apple II disk in there and it would know. So you could read and write Apple II disks and IBM disks at the same time. So we would compile on an IBM for Apple II or for the Nintendo. So you code on the IBM, it's a lot easier. The disassembler or the assembler was really easy. All your code was there. So it was a wonderful environment to work in. So it was really easy to create code and to create backdoors. When I think about Chessmaster, that was done solely on an Apple II. And that was either with Merlin or something like that. Again, it's so long ago, and I wish I had saved my source code, obviously, but we were young and didn't give a shit. And this is the price we pay. One of the most entertaining, fun jobs I had was it was this company called the Games Network, and they rented out the house. It was the mansion that some of the scenes from, I want to say, the Munsters or the Addams Family, one of those, it was filmed in there. It was on Lucerne Boulevard in LA. And they made these boxes, not the Miracle, what do they call it? The Wizard. Some sort of fantastical name, right? It was the Wizard. It was this cable box. So you took it home and you, like, cable box of the time on TV, Z Channel, whatever the hell it was. So this was the Wizard box. So you plug it in and you hook one of these up and a keyboard, right? One of those. It was an Apple II. So you could pretty much play Apple II games on your cable box at home. You didn't need an Apple. You just turned on the channel, turned on the Wizard box, and a screen came up, and there would be maybe, 20 constantly rotating out games. And what it would do is it would push the games nonstop, right? In the span of 5 seconds, it had pushed the equivalent of 30 games down cable. So when you chose something, it just waited for that game to come around, downloaded it into the Wizard box, and you were done, and you're off and playing. So I worked on some of the firmware and making of capturing of the games there. It was funny. We were told, like, okay, here's your list of games. You have access to them. But the companies were like, we're not gonna fucking give them to you in like source code. So just figure it out. Like, who runs a business like that? It's like, don't you negotiate code? So that was my job, was to break that down somehow. So what we did is we had these VAX VMS or these VAX computers, VAX. There were these like microcomputers, and you pulled out the 6502 in the Apple, you shoved in a ribbon cable, which you now had a software 6502, so you could see all the registers, you could see everything happening. And so we would only be able to use games that never went back to disk, obviously. So there was some limitations, and we would start the game, get it to the beginning, and then on the VAX system, we would just hit, we'd break, stop, break, do whatever you need to do. Sometimes I'd short pins, whatever the hell it is, 1 and 5 on the back of the Apple II slot, pick a slot, and the NMI would fire off. Once in a while, that would be an easy way to break in and stop the process. So we would break into the monitor, and we would just literally like 0 BFFFF right. That was it. We just saved a whole goddamn chunk of memory, 48K, and there's your game. And so we would, we'd have to debug that and test it, make sure it worked. And that's how we did that. Pretty fun back then. So anyways, thanks for hanging out, getting a little bit of history, watching probably some pretty horrible games. And I'll do it again next week and maybe tell you about my years of being the guy who wrote copy protection. I know you're not that guy, are you? Yes, I was. And how did I get the job? By cracking a lot of stuff. However, there is a good side to it. So remember, the safest place is the back of an axe. So I learned a lot and was able to share a lot with my fellow hackers and crackers back then as well. But it was fun working with the technology. So I'll save that for next time. So yeah, stay well, be well, wash your hands, all that stupid COVID shit, and see you next week.